Hey y'all, this podcast contains potentially disturbing content. Our show includes graphic references to topics such as sexual abuse, self-harm, violence, eating disorders, explicit language, and sexual acts. Listener discretion is advised. This show is for mature audiences only.
Good morning and welcome back to another episode of the Queer LBC podcast. I'm your host, Nino. My pronouns are he, him. Thank you for asking. I have with me here my fabulous cohorts.
Yo, it's me, Christoph, your city top liaison. My pronouns are he, him, and that motherfucker.
Dr. Mikey here, your local licensed and practicing therapist for entertainment purposes only. My pronouns are he, she, all of them. So what's the T, sis?
The T is Today in Gay. Heated rivalry inspires real-life hockey player to come out as gay. Also in gay, Landmark Commission unanimously approves church's rainbow steps. This is religious expression. Today in trans, pro-trans pediatric group wins $12 million as judge slams Kennedy's retaliatory cuts. Today in homophobia, man cut on the face by attacker after kissing boyfriend in NYC subway. Today in transphobia, administration cracks down on school for letting a trans girl join a co-ed cheerleading squad. Do any of you queens know about any of these things?
I haven't heard any of those, but I'm very concerned about that last one you just read.
The co-ed?
In regards to the trans girl on the co-ed cheerleading squad. So according to LGBTQ Nation, the U.S. Department of Education is reportedly investigating a Maine school district over a complaint about a transgender member of one school co-ed cheerleader team. This week, the Education Department's Office of Civil Rights, OCR, announced that it had initiated investigations into more than a dozen K through 12 school districts in mostly blue states across the country, of course, because it don't happen in red states. The investigation stemmed from complaints OCR has received alleging that districts are violating the presidential administration's anti-trans interpretation of Title VII by allowing transgender girls to participate in girls' athletics. The complaint asserts that these entities maintain policies or practices that discriminate on the basis of sex by permitting students to participate in sports based on their gender identity, not biological sex, as a January 14 press release read. According to the Portland Press Herald, a U.S. Department of Education spokesperson said the complaint against Regional School Unit 19, one of two Maine school districts under investigation, alleges that the district allowed a male student to use female facilities and join the girls' cheerleading squad. But RSU 19 Superintendent Michael Hammer told the paper that the cheerleading squad in question is a co-ed team.
Mm-hmm.
Boys can join, girls can join. No one lost a place on the team because a transgender student joined, Hammer said. Hammer did not address allegations that the district allowed a male student to use female facilities, though. Hammer told the Press Herald that a letter the district received from the Education Department notifying him of the federal civil rights investigation was the first time he'd ever heard of anyone having a problem with the alleged trans students' participation in the school's cheerleading squad. Hammer said that the letter alleged that a trans girl joined the district middle school's cheerleading team in February, but it neglected to acknowledge that the team is co-ed. In the letter, the Education Department said that its investigation would examine whether the district has a policy or practice of allowing male students to participate in athletic programs designated for female students, and whether the district has a policy or practice of allowing male students to use intimate facilities designated for use by female students in violation of Title VII. Upon returning to the office last January, the president signed an executive order receiving the Biden administration interpretation of Title VII as protecting students against discrimination based on gender identity. The following month, OCR notified U.S. schools that it would not enforce the Biden administration trans-inclusive interpretation of the law. So really, basically, is nothing else reads of more idiotic fucking people just complaining about shit they don't know about. You know what I'm saying? So for this person to send this information to the Department of Education and then not know that the cheerleader team is co-ed any damn way
Mm-hmm.
would just eliminate, like, there's no reason for this to even be an issue.
They're like, we can have males and females, but transgender is completely different, and you're
Yeah.
you're a
Right.
third gender who is not allowed in.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like this is just like transphobes like showing their asses because they were originally, I felt like they were trying to disguise their transphobia as like, oh, like we don't want anyone to lose their spots in the on the team. You know, we care about female
Right.
sports, right? But like I think this is just really highlights what they're really focusing on is like keeping people within the binary, right? Because their biggest complaint is that there's a male using female facilities, but the reality it's a female using a female facility. So I think it's just them trying to keep people within the binary and gender norms and expressions.
yeah, especially because like the other argument for like no trans in sports is that allegedly they're stronger than women.
The unfairness, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, if you already have both,
Then it's fine.
then you're literally just discriminating against people who are identifying as trans
Mhm.
for the purpose of discriminating against them.
Exactly. And it's also like over the weekend I've seen, like, you know, they have always had these little but they no men and trans people in sports and female sports, and then people will go up and like, okay, so can you name one
Yeah.
female athlete?
Mm-hmm.
I see that.
That's not why we're here. I was like, then so why are you here?
Yeah.
Name one. Okay, if you can't name one female athlete, then name a sport where a trans person took a female spot
Mhm.
in a sport.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, because there's none of this shit is really fucking happening, that they're taking places for individuals who should be, because in their mind, they're like, that person deserves to have that spot, and no trans woman should be taking their opportunity away from them.
Mm-hmm.
Name one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I seen that video where they're like, name one woman in this fucking sport, and they can't. And it's like, yeah, tell us that you give a fuck about women's sports.
Exactly.
Like, girl.
And they were like, oh, like the Williams sisters. I was like, well, yeah, they don't even really play no more.
Mhm.
Like,
He's like naming any famous woman.
right.
Mia Hamm.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder
I was
Woman.
Yeah, but I found that crazy. So hopefully that investigation from the Department of Education comes back without any kind of issues due to whoever wrote into them, not even explaining to them all of the...
Bitches don't even know what they're talking about.
Exactly, just running their mouths.
Did you guys hear about this homophobic attack on the subway?
It didn't.
Oh.
From Abby Montiel. According to the NYPD, the incident took place aboard a southbound number 6 train. Is that where Jennifer Lopez was riding on, the 6?
Yeah.
Approaching 23rd Street Station in approximately 7:50 p.m. on January 10th. Local outlet Pix 11 reports that when the suspect witnessed the 28-year-old victim kissing his boyfriend, he shouted an anti-gay slur at him, prompting what police described as a verbal dispute. How is that a dispute when someone's yelling slurs at me?
Right.
I'm disputing that I'm not a slur. Okay. The confrontation turned physical when the attacker cut the victim with an unknown sharp object, inflicting a laceration on the right side of the victim's face. The suspect exited the train at 23rd Street and Park Avenue Station and fled on foot. At time of writing, law enforcement have not identified or located him. Of course. According to police, the victim got off the train at 14th Street Union Square before being transported to Bellevue Hospital, where he's expected to recover. The NYPD Hate Crimes Task Force is currently investigating the incident as suspected biased attack. On January 15th, the NYPD released photos of the attacker in a post shared by the department's NYPD Crime Stoppers X account. The department has requested that anyone with information about his identity contact them at 1-800-577-TIPS. An August 2024 report from New York Comptroller Thomas P. DiNapoli found that the state had experienced a surge in reported hate crimes within the past 5 years. In 2023, the number of reported hate crimes within New York State rose by 12.7%, and 12% of the year's 1,089 reported hate crime incidents targeted gay male victims. In 2023, O'Shea Sibley made headlines when he was killed after voguing at a gas station. Yep.
That's fucking crazy. Like, I just don't know. I mean, we'll never fucking understand, but I feel like, of course, we know that with this current administration, all type of hate has risen, has been on the rise from basically from LGBTQ plus, race, even religion. Like, it's just like everything is on the rise. But I also, from a standpoint, want to understand, like, I don't like, something in me just knows that, like, when people do this, like, I'm quite sure this guy has like closeted feelings. And
why do you always bring it back to it being a closeted person? You always say it's a closeted person.
Because, like, what kind of fucking hate?
Why can it never be a straight person who's attacking a gay person?
Because there's so many straight motherfuckers that don't do this.
And
right. So, but like, it has to be somebody. Like, how many times have it basically comes off that way? Like, you're just pissed that you can't show affection because you're closeted. You're not practicing or doing something in that sense. Now, they could be full of hate, but you could still be full of hate and still be closeted.
Yeah, you could be.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, and I always bring it to that because which straight man gives a fuck what another man is doing?
A lot of them. Just like the way white men be giving a shit about what black people be doing.
Yeah. I mean, that's also, but like they want to be us so bad.
Pero like for real though. Like, they can have hate in their hearts and not be gay. I think that you just want to turn all these gay people in.
No, like, I mean, because I literally don't get it. And then, okay, from a therapist standpoint, how would you not think that could be possible?
I mean, it's only possible because it has happened and exists, right? And I think this narrative of gay bashers being secretly gay is so rampant is because it happened to be true a few times. And I think it's happened enough times where people run with that idea. But the issue I have with that logic or that argument is then it kind of takes the focus off. It puts the focus on the individual, and like, this individual is a problem because they aren't able to be themselves, and ignores a larger context of us living in a homophobic world. And the reason why, even if he is gay, he is doing this is because the world is homophobic, not because there's anything wrong with him, you know? So I think I would say that this person, that more gay bashers are probably straight than gay, but that these straight gay bashers are people who have been heavily indoctrinated to be homophobic and believe it so deeply that when they see gay people that they're going to react and respond to it because it makes them question themselves and makes them not question their sexuality. It makes them question their beliefs and the indoctrination that homosexuality is bad.
And they think that they need to police others.
Yes. Yeah.
Even if they don't want to do it, like, they still think that they need to tell others, you don't need to be doing that shit.
Yeah.
Don't be doing that shit. It's like a dog-like reaction.
Yeah.
Dog-like?
Training. And the only way that belief system is going to stay in power is by policing. So you have to police. Otherwise, your belief system is going to crumble.
But speaking of policing, my concern is more, how can somebody go around and attack somebody like that? We don't know where he went. But, Mr. Mangione was found like that. Yeah, he murdered the guy, but what was stopping the homophobe from not murdering the other person, right? Like, it's the same situation. You still have a crazy attacker, and one is on the loose. I'm just saying, like, I feel like there could be ways to find this person, like they did the other guy.
Right.
And
I see what you're saying. Like, they're basically given more resources for certain crimes than others.
Certain groups.
A certain group, right? Yeah, because if let's be honest, if Was it Louise or Louis? What?
Louis.
Oh, Luigi?
Luigi?
Yeah.
Like, let's say this motherfucker just murdered a random somebody.
Mm-hmm.
We would have never heard about it.
Mm-hmm.
They probably wouldn't have been looking for this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right? If Luigi killed a random gay guy,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
but you kill a CEO, then you got to get found. But then all of a sudden we have the technology to find you.
Right.
All of a sudden, right.
And you're gonna tell me a police state like New York has hell surveillance everywhere, especially on the subway, that they're not able to identify or find this person.
Look, with all the years of fucking Law and Order, you got to
on.
fucking be kidding me.
With all these eyeball tracing technologies and whatever the fuck.
I mean, I was thinking in New York, there's cameras everywhere. They talk to you through microphones. So, like, I definitely it makes sense. I think there's definitely some homophobia going on with it on its own, that for the
right. But they did show a photo. This motherfucker, he made, and this is probably why they couldn't catch him, because this motherfucker was walking around the fucking station looking like an ICE agent. So like he had everything covered, like you could barely see nothing on him.
Mm-hmm.
The mask, like everything was covered. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like,
right. And then they're saying in the article, like, oh, a possible bias, like assault or whatever. And it's like, this person is masked up, obviously hiding themselves so they don't get fucking caught.
Yelling gay slurs before they attack.
Slice someone in the face and then run off.
Yeah.
See, and it's crazy. Be like, and I'm quite sure the 6 is always fucking crowded. I'm assuming it's a major line in New York. Nobody, like, you're like, can't nobody trip a motherfucker real quick? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
But that's the crazy thing. Like, everybody is so tuned with this, like, minding their business, which is okay to a point. But also, we have to stand up for others.
Yeah.
Right.
Because if we think about it, everybody is bound to get got.
Like, someone gets sliced up in the face. Like, you see a minority getting attacked by a masked white man thug, and everybody just is on their phone, like,
right. Nothing is going to get me no information.
Like, damn.
That's like,
right, in New York with all these people walking around, they can find what's his name with the fucking water bottle that was,
because that was in New York too, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Girl, everyone's tired.
It's all a scam.
Of fighting, you know. But that's also how the powers to be stay in power, is by making everyone individualistic, burning them out, making them stress. Because by the time something happens to someone, no one wants to do anything because it's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know. It's hard. I think we definitely need community aid and we be together as community, but we also need to understand the struggle in doing that because the system is so oppressive to like everyone.
Fucking crazy. Is there any good gay news?
Oh, yes, there actually is. So a U.S. District Court judge sided with the American Academy of Pediatrics late Sunday night in a ruling to temporarily restore $12 million in funding to the group. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy abruptly canceled previously awarded grants worth $18 million to AAP in December in what the Child's Health Group called a retaliatory move.
Mm-hmm.
The U.S. judge in Washington, D.C. agreed, restoring a portion of the funding to AAP's lawsuit against the Trump administration plays out. This is not a case about whether AAP or HHS is right or even has the better position on vaccinations or gender-affirming care for children or any other public health policy. This is a case about whether the federal government has exercised power in a manner designed to chill public health policy debate by retaliating against a leading and generally trusted pediatrician member professional organization focused on improving the health of children, the judge said.
Beautiful.
That's amazing.
That's great.
Shocking.
Mm-hmm.
Drop that money.
I think it's great. At least, you know, it's a challenge to the system and the oppression. But I think it's also what I'm struggling with is like also with what the judge said, because it's still
in the air.
Yeah, because it's not about like, it's because I think trans people deserve medical care. It's his reasoning is because it's like the government overstepped. It's exercising power beyond its control, you know? So I feel like it's kind of acknowledging what's happening, but not really.
But not hitting it on the nail.
Yeah.
Like you're more saying that like the government overstepped in their decision versus more like trans people are real people. You know what I'm saying? Not really making not making it that statement per se, but just like, oh no, you didn't follow the law. No, motherfucker, like people are people.
Yeah, exactly.
It don't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, you know what? It's the fucking world we live in, which is fucking terrible.
Yeah. I mean, and I think that's just the consistent pattern of like people's attempt to try to decontextualize these things, right? You know, because it's like when I read that, it feels more of like not a moral thing, but it just reads as my thought went away.
What state was it? It was was it Kansas? I can't remember what you said.
It was just an organization.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what state the judge was.
And he's a
U.S. federal,
district, yeah.
U.S. district. Okay.
So D.C.
So D.C.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but I think we need to always contextualize like these choices and decisions, like because this is very like very wishy-washy to me. I don't like wishy-washy.
Welcome to politics.
In other good news, this is from LGBTQ Nation. There's no plus. Landmark Commission unanimously approves church rainbow steps. Oaklawn United Methodist Church in Dallas received formal approval from the city's Landmark Commission last week after officials, members, and volunteers painted the late Gothic Revival building staircase the colors of the rainbow in October. The dramatic gesture reimagining the church steps was executed as Texas Governor Greg Abbott carried out the Trump administration's order to tear up rainbow crosswalks across the state, including one in front of the church's historic building, home to a large and welcoming Methodist congregation. The city of Arlington, Texas, is the latest victim of the rainbow purge. Silence in the face of harm always sides with the oppressor, Oaklawn's senior pastor Rachel Griffin Allison said at the time. Painting our steps in the color of the rainbow is a visible witness to the gospel we preach, that every person is created in the image of God and worthy of safety, dignity, and belonging, she said. At a packed meeting last Monday, members of the Landmark Commission agreed, granting a 3-year approval to the temporary art installation.
Wait, what? Say that one more time.
All the speakers at the public forum spoke in favor of keeping the rainbow steps at the packed meeting, granting a 3-year approval to the temporary art installation. Temporary art installation.
On private property.
Temporary.
Because they did on the steps.
Right?
That's I'm like, wait, how you going to give me 3 years approval, ho?
Well, a lot of things that are
church, like religious.
No, I just think like anything that alterations to like outward things.
Oh, historic
by cities,
like historic landmarks.
Well, it said the church's petition originally requested a 1-year approval for the rainbow painted staircase.
So they gave 3.
Well, I mean, shit, that's a win.
Yeah.
You know, shit.
Asked by a commission member if the church would reapply again after the year is up, the pastor said yes, and the member asked for an amendment extending the certification to 3 years. The approval was granted unanimously. Following the meeting, Griffin Allison said the turnout and the commission's action filled my heart. And 3 years is great. Right? Why can't it just be permanent? Why does it need to be an art installation? I guess maybe because it's a historical building. You're right. I
think that's great. That's a win. I always think representation is important. People need to see it. I think especially coming from, listen, I'm not religious. I'm not a big religious person. But I think religion has a lot of repair to do in the world. And I think like things like this are going to be helpful. But I think people also need to acknowledge that not every religious venue is going to be welcoming and accepting. So being mindful and aware of where you put yourself.
That's true. Because motherfuckers can say they for you and still be against you. Fuckers. But also some other good news. would this be considered good news?
3 good news stories?
I know, back to back. Who are we? Come on, 2026. So, heated rivalry inspires a real life hockey player to come out as gay. So, Jesse Kortum, a real life hockey player who walked away from the sport out of fear that he couldn't reconcile his athletic career and sexuality, has now shared a post coming out as gay and credited heated rivalry for inspiring him. I know many closeted and gay men in the hockey world are being hit hard by heated rivalry success, Kortum tells Out. This is by Advocate News, by the way, .com. Never in my life did I think something so positive and loving could come from such a masculine sport. I've struggled the last few weeks to put these emotions into words, fearing the impact on team dynamics. So in hockey, there's nothing like hitting the ice after the Zamboni leaves behind a fresh, smooth sheet of ice. For many hockey players, the sound of skates carving on that fresh ice is just a normal part of warm-ups before a game or practice. But for him, it is the sound of a place where I felt I had to hide. He's a private person. Those who know me, know him, best know that he doesn't share much, if anything, publicly on social media. But lately, something has sparked in me. Okay, yes, credit to heated rivalry. I realize it is finally time to share a journey I have kept close to the vest of a long time. To my younger self that identify could never be revealed, I did not think those two worlds could occupy the same person, let alone the same locker room. Coming out in the 2000s did not feel like an option, especially with the so little positive representation in the media at the time, and it would have been a social disaster at such a large high school. At 17, I walked away from the high school team and the brotherhood of hockey friendship I had developed from a young age for a myriad of reasons. Years later, while living in New York and Atlanta, I found myself back on the ice playing at high level. While I was out to many people around me in my life at that point, I still could not bring myself to be fully out on my adult hockey teams. On the outside, I was still a top-tier player. On the inside, I was still that kid in Minnesota hiding. Like many closeted athletes, revealing who I truly was to my team would change everything in an instant. Their opinion of me could bring negative attention to the team with the gay player, so I never took the chance. I spent every week in a locker room with guys I respected, yet I still did not feel safe enough to tell them who I truly was. Even when the conversation turned to wives, family, or dating, I would quickly change the subject. If it came down to it, I would just tell them I was single, even when I was seeing someone. The road from the teenager in Minnesota to the man I am today has not been so clear of a path. It involved a lot of searching, a lot of struggle, things I look back on that I'm not happy about, and the difficult work for reconciling my past with my truth. The struggle to reconcile these two halves of my life reached a breaking point in 2017. I was ready to just remain a closeted player in straight leagues for good, or even worse, hang up the skates forever. I decided to give a gay hockey tournament one last shot by signing up last minute for the Sin City Classic, a gay sports event held annually in Las Vegas with the hockey tournament sponsored by the LA Blades. I've been to a few gay tournaments before, but never really meshed with people. This tournament would prove to be a shift. I met a group of guys from across the U.S. and Canada, Las Vegas boys, who were hockey players like me and were also gay. From that moment forward, my life has never been the same. It has been a long, vulnerable road to move past the closeted athlete persona, something he's still working on today, and find actually peace through the friendships I have developed through the hockey in Vancouver, Cutting Edges, and Toronto, the Misfits, and across the U.S. Sin City was actually this past weekend in Vegas. So, right. So he pretty much just finished up that said, this is my story. It is not everyone's story, but for what it's worth, I thought I would share because I want to speak to the athletes out there who are still in the closet or struggling to find their way. I want you to know that there is hope and you're not alone. There's a life and deep happiness waiting for you on your path. You will get through this, and it's going to be okay. So congratulations, Jesse, on coming out and living your truth. and wish you nothing but happiness and success moving forward in your journey in hockey and love.
Beautiful.
Happy, joy. But yeah, so that's kind of cool that like Sin City, like I told you guys last week, it's basically gay athletes all throughout the world. And sometimes you just never know that person's background. Because like, who's to say that this person interacted with so many people in Vegas, and then like when he goes back and play with his, like if he would to go back with his straight team, and like just that freedom of knowing that he could play with people like him, just would have never happened.
I want to judge this article.
You said you don't, or you do?
I want to judge this.
Go.
So I feel like the title of the article is misleading. It makes me feel like there's a current hockey player playing in like the NHL. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
And they just came out because of evil rivalry, which is not the case. It's
Correct.
a person who's a gay man who just posted about being gay. And I feel like, Queen, did you just want an article about you? You just want to hear an article about you because you came out after the fact that you're not even in. So you're not actually doing anything. You're just saying you're gay to gay people at this point, and that you used to play hockey, I feel like. And that, you did go through like homophobia during hockey, and that's what kept you in the closet, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. Well, no, what you said, because you can also be out and then still be closeted with another group.
Yeah, that too.
Now, I know that he wasn't currently playing when he came out, but I think he went back after Sin City.
I didn't see that in the article. I saw that he went to go play with gay people, and that was the end of it.
No, I think that's what. And then I think he'll play gay in Sin City, but then when he goes back to Canada, he's back in the closet playing with the straights. And I think when Heated Rivalry came out, that also gave him the re-encouragement
to continue playing?
to tell his team who he truly is.
I didn't hear that part.
Well, I didn't read the whole article, but
I did.
Oh, you did?
And he didn't go back.
Right. I hate you with the 1, 2, 3.
I had seen this like article headline a couple times, and another friend sent it to me too. And then when I finally read it, I was like, wait a minute, but you're not. That's like me like being like. Exactly.
No, I know what you mean. Like that's like you,
I'm going back and being like, I used to be in the closet.
That's like you not like if you wasn't in construction anymore, and then you go to a construction convention
and
for
years
gays,
later, and I'm like,
and then you come back, it was like, hey guys, like,
and I did something by coming out to the gays,
right? You know what I'm saying?
That's why I would feel like, girl, did you just want an article written about you? Because like, I could go anywhere and be like, I was in the closet, and now I'm out because of a TV show. And that did nothing for anybody anywhere because
right.
But I mean, I get what they're saying about like how you have to deal with like being closeted like in the masculine industry, but like just hearing about how you had to be closeted didn't like help me in my life because I'm also like, it didn't help me be stronger in my career.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I think that just because it wasn't helpful for like you and your person doesn't mean
for another person,
especially
right?
Someone who's younger who this resonates with, right? Because I think also this is a very niche life, right? To be like a Midwest sports white person,
who's closeted.
That's not you, girl.
You're right.
It's not gonna hit home like that.
It's not go right.
But I mean, is that gonna help another closeted person who's like, oh, he was closeted his whole career?
I think so. I
think especially like in sports in general, because I don't think it matters when people who come out in major sport teams, it encourage others, even though it may not be in their sport per se. It's like if this motherfucker can go and live their truth, but like here's the fucked up part because but then like they think about the team more than they think about themselves.
Mhm.
Because like, oh, like now the only time that they're real going to go to the media, it's all about the gay athlete now.
Mm.
Like, nah, motherfucker, we're undefeated, ho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I get it also because it's like they talk like if you're like found out as gay, then it can just immediately like even if they are accepting, it still kind of like others you. And it can create like a dynamic when you have to be on a team and then you're like seen as other, like you're not part of the team.
Yeah.
And just like even if you're doing the best you can, like you can't fully function because you're being left out. But yeah, go you for coming out later.
And did y'all even watch it yet? Heated Rivalry?
I still haven't watched it.
I
No.
haven't watched it yet.
Yeah,
I've seen the first
same.
episode.
Me too. And after that, I was like, eh.
Okay, if I'm off tomorrow, I'm gonna watch it.
Get it, girl. You have Thursday and Friday too.
Oh, man.
Well, like, who knows?
Show marathon.
God damn it. Any other gay news? Any other gay topics? Did you guys do anything gay this weekend?
No.
Just breathe.
Just breathe. It's part of my gay life. I came over to my gay friend's house yesterday, and it's a very gay affirming house. And I've been trying to get more creative, and they have been encouraging me to be creative. So I've been playing with color pencils.
Okay, then.
Good start.
It's a nice environment to try to get creative with other people. And then one of the guests at this house saw that there was a dead possum in the street, and we found the possum and we buried the possum in a very ritualistic manner. And it felt nice to be a part of the earth and give the possum back to the earth in a group setting. It was nice.
And the group setting.
Dr. Mikey was there.
Oh, nice.
This is pretty gay, I think. I feel like that's pretty gay. Straight people don't be doing shit like that. They don't be taking dead animals and giving them respect for nothing.
Felt more spiritual.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Queer Sports Long Beach, a home for queer, transgender, expensive athletes. They are on Instagram, Queer Sports LB. So if you're interested in something new and different, you can go ahead and look them up on Instagram. And they have Dyke Soccer Long Beach and Butch Basketball.
Butch Basketball.
We're playing basketball.
They don't have no sports for femme girls? The fuck? Guess not. Any other gay news? Well,
nope. No way. I don't think I have nothing else. Something come.
My thirst is quenched.
Well then, I think that was a good one from all of us here at the Queer LBC. I'd like to thank myself, Nino, Dr. Mikey, and Jiggly Christoph. From all of us here at the Jiggle Central. You're good enough, you're smart enough, and doggone it, people like you. Good night.
Sleep tight.
Good night, Long Beach.